जय हिंद. Saraswati Sisukunj Bhagwala Borsad, English Medium, Standard 8th, Subject Science, Chapter number 8, Cell Structure and Functions. So as you have studied in further standards that there are living things and non-living things on this earth, right? Living things carry out some basic functions like, living things can respirate, living things can produce young ones, or we can say they reproduce. They can move from one place to another place. They can feel, right, sensations. So these are functions that living things carry out, right? Even that human being is also a living thing. Okay, so to perform that functions, there is some specific system which those living things have, right, to perform the function, and we called it there is organ system. There is a different organ system for different functioning. If we talk about digestion, there is a digestion system, right? There is a nervous system, skeleton system, right? Muscular system. So there is a different organ systems, and this different organ system have different organs. These organs are made up of different tissues. These tissues are part of organ, we can say, and these tissues are made up of cell. A basic, or we can say a unit thing which is there in the tissue, that is cell, right? Okay, let's compare this cell with a brick. So one brick means one cell. Different walls of this room, different walls, if you consider a room of your classroom, so one wall if you consider as a tissue, so four wall will make an organ, right? And these organs will make a system, or you can say these rooms will make a building, right? This school building, if we talk about building of English medium, right? So there is your organ system, many rooms, many organs forms organ system, many rooms form a building. Okay, so there are many buildings in our campus, there are many buildings, same, there are many organ systems in our body, right? So now you are able to understand our body. Here our body, if we compare with the school, so there is a school is a whole body like your body, right? And there are different organ systems, means different buildings. So this is how we can compare a unit, right, or that is cell, with a brick. I hope you understand what I want to convey to you, right? Okay, let's move on further. Discovery of cell. In 1665, Robert Hooke observe a slice of a crock. Now what is this crock? Crock is a part of a bark. You have seen bark of a tree, right? So that is a crock, a cover of a bark, we can say, right? So he observed this bark under the magnifying device. What he did? He took a slice of a crock and observed under the microscope. So he observed there are partitions. Here you can see in the picture there are partitions or boxes inside that crock. Actually, what he was observing, it was dead cell. The boxes that he was observing, it looks like honeycomb, right? And he said that these boxes are actually separated with the wall partition. Hooke coined these boxes as a cell for each box, or means we can say that each box is a cell separately. That was a dead cell, as I told you, but if you want to observe a living cell material, so it requires microscope, which is a little bit more advanced, right? After Robert Hooke, there was no any information that they can get during 150 years, but now, right now, we know many things about the cell. So let's talk about cell. Here you can see a wall and onion cells, right? So you can see it looks a little bit similar, right? A brick which is used to make buildings, right? Size of a brick is same, but the structure of a building is a different everywhere, right? Different designs we can create with the help of that basic thing, that is brick. Same thing if we talk about cells, right? So cell with the same size, there are different living things. There are different living things whose shape and size is different, but all cells size is not same. All cells size is not same. It is a little bit more complex thing. The cell is more complex to understand the thing. It is not similar like bricks. Have you seen egg? So that egg is actually a simple single cell. egg is a single cell, right? So egg represent the single cell, right, which you can see with your naked eye, right? You don't require any microscope to observe that single cell, which is egg, right? And you know, there are different organisms which have a different number of cells, right? They have number of cells, but the numbers which they have, the number of cell is different from each other. So let's try to understand that how do scientists observe the cell. So they use microscopes to observe the cell now, and sometimes they use color. They use color to, you know, separate a study of the cell parts, right? There are different parts which is there in the cell that we are going to study in this chapter. For the detailed study, these colors are so much helpful for them, right? So as we discussed that these cells which is present in every living thing, they have different size, shape and numbers. As the number of cell is different in organ, the functions for that organ is different, right? I just want to tell you that different organ has a different number of cells, and as we all know, the organ which is present in the living thing, it varies from one living thing to other living thing. That like stomach that we have, it is not as the same size as elephant have, right? So there is a difference in that. Let's guess the number of the cells which is present in a human body or in any living thing. Do you know how many cells are present in your body? So there are trillions of cells present in the body. Trillions means 1,000 crores. Trillions means 1,000 crores, right? So that many number of cells are present in our body. But let me add you one more thing. If you have many cells, but you have started with the single cell only when you were in the stomach of your mother, right? So it was the first cell, and then that cell grows, it becomes a big baby. So at that time you have many cells in your body, right? And then right now we have many more cells. So this is how also you can separate, you know, our cell grow, a cell structure grows, and number of cell increases in the living things, right? If a living thing has many cells, so that is multicellular body, we can say that. What is that? Multicellular body. And if a living thing has a single cell, so that is unicellular body, we can say unicellular living thing. Now there are two examples which is here in your textbook, that is amoeba and paramecium. These both are unicellular body. Here you can see the picture of amoeba and paramecium. So they have only single one cell, and then also there is they are living thing. They have single cell and they are living thing, right? But the single cell which is in your body, it is not a separate living thing. Once again, here whatever you are seeing, amoeba and paramecium, they are living thing with a single cell. But there are many cells in your body, they all are not living thing. But your body is made up of those cells, right? I hope you understand. So as I told you, unicellular organism, that is amoeba and paramecium. Now this amoeba, you will surprise that by single cell, how they will perform a necessary function. As we all know, to live, to survive, we need to, you know, carry out some basic which is necessary functions, like we respirate, right? We exert, which is, you know, unwanted substances from our body, we exert it, we throw it out. We eat also, right? And we reproduce, we produce young ones like ourselves. So same, those all important, or we can say necessary functions is carried out by amoeba. You will surprise. So amoeba, which is a single cell organisms, it catches and eat the food, it respire, it also exert the food, means unwanted food, it also grows, it also reproduce. So the all necessary function which is important for the living thing, it's all carried out, means they carry out. That is a unicellular organism, right? And there is a surprise, right, that a one single cell body, single cell organism can also perform all necessary functions. So now let's talk about shape of cell. So how will you define shape of this cell, amoeba's cell? Is it circle? No, it is triangle. Square? No. Here we can say it is irregular, right? There is no any regular shape. But if you will see, there are, you know, many living things, they have a cell which is in a regular shape. Yes, they have a different cells, and those different cell, according to their function, there is a different shapes of the cell. But here if we talk about this one, so there is no particular structure, shape of that cell which is in amoeba. So here you see the projection which comes out, which is projecting out from the amoeba's body to capture the food. Here you can see, which is, it appears like legs of amoeba, right? It appears like a legs of amoeba, but it is not actual leg. It is a fake leg. It is not actual leg. It is fake legs, and these fake legs are called pseudopodia. Pseudo means fake and podia means feet, right? False or fake legs, we can say feet, right? With the help of this fake legs, it moves, even it catches and eat the food, right? So this was here we talk about amoeba, and with the help of this we can see the movement of amoeba, right, which can found in lake. What shape would you expect from the body who has millions of cells, or how will be the shape of the cells? Here you can see there are many different shapes of a cell which is present in your body. First one is a blood cell, right? You can see how it looks like. The second one is a muscle cell, and third one is a nerve cell, right? Here if you see the first one, blood cell, it is spherical, right? The second one is a muscle cell which has a spindle shape, which is very thin. Third one is a nerve cell which is branch like. There are many branch you can see, so branch like cell it is. So they have a different shape. So you will ask me a question that why they have a different shape. Actually these shapes are connected with the functions that they carry out, means what they do in our body, it depends on that. Let's talk about the first one, blood cell. So what is the work of blood? To flow in our body, right? To flow. So here you can see the spherical shape will help. This spherical shape will help that blood to easily flow in our body system, right? Second, if you will see the muscles, so it is very thin spindle shape which gives you strength, right? Many thin cells make your muscle and it will give you strength, right? Okay, see the next one, that is nerves. So what is the work of nerves? To carry message, right? Sensation or vibrations from one end to the brain, right? From one end, from any part of your body to the brain, they carry the messages. So that is why it is branch like, so it can cover our whole body. So this shape of the cell, it depends on the functions that they perform in our body. Now you will think that who gave shapes to the cell? So see here, so I am trying to draw cells of onion. So these are cells, right? If we talk, these are the cells of onion, right? Let me zoom in here. See, so this is one cell, which is in our body, means a type of a cell. It can be somewhere. Onion cells I am trying to draw here. Right? If you talk about animals, so this thin membrane, this one, right? This membrane gives a specific shape to the cell. This membrane gives a specific shape to the cell. Now, if we talk about plants, so they have additional cover. They have additional cover, which is known as cell walls. Which is known as cell walls. Right? This one. So these cell walls give them a specific shape. These cell walls give them specific shape to the plants. We don't have this cell walls, right? We do not have this cell walls. We have this membrane which gives shape to the cell. And this cell walls which is present in the plants, they give rigidity to them. Rigidity means, plants are able to, they are being at one place only. They are rigid body, right? So they are being at one place. So that rigidity, it is because of the cell walls. Now I hope you understand that, shape of the cell and why they have a specific shape. So as we talk about the shape of the cell, let's talk about the size of the cell. So size of the cell, we can say it is the millionth part of meter. Millionth part means it is in micrometer, we can say. Micrometer. So, and it can be of some centimeter. Micrometer to centimeter, the range of the cell. But most of the that cells are microscopic. Microscopic means you cannot see it with unaided eye, right? We cannot see those cells, most of the cells, with unaided eye. Means we need to use microscope to enlarge those cells and to understand the structure of those cells, right? So if we talk about size of the cell, the smallest one is of 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer. Right, this is the smallest one. It is of bacteria, right? So this is the smallest one, 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer. This is the size of a cell, which is smallest. And if we talk about the largest one, so the size of the largest cell, 170 millimeter to 130 millimeter. Mm means millimeter. It is of an ostrich egg or egg of an So as you all know that egg itself is a separate cell. So as we know that the largest egg is of an ostrich, and the size of that egg is 170 meters to 130 millimeters. Millimeters, right? 170 millimeter to 130 millimeters. So this is the smallest one, smallest cell, and this is the largest cell. But the size of the cell is not it doesn't define the size of organ or size of a body of a living thing, right? Means if a living thing has a small size cell, it doesn't mean that the living thing itself is small, right? And a living thing who has a big cell, it doesn't mean that living thing is a big. Let me give you one example, like elephant and rat. Rat is so small and elephant is so big, right, that we all know. But the nervous cell which is present in both, if we talk about rat nervous cell, it is also long and branched, and the nervous cell which is present in elephant, it is also long and branched, right? So this is how cell doesn't define the size of living organisms which they carry, right? So I hope you understand up to the size of cell, right? A part which is remain, other topics that we remain, we will see in the next video. Thank you so much.